The date is October 26th. The time is 0300 hours Eastern Standard Time. In exactly 36 hours, when the markets reopen, the world you know will cease to exist. We are in the final countdown. For months, they told you the numbers on your screen were real, that the value of these tech empires was etched in stone. It was a lie, a ghost, a phantom limb of a dead financial system. Right now, as we speak, the great fracture is complete. The bifurcation of reality is upon us. There is no longer one market. There are two, the paper price and the price of salvation. The number you see on your phone is not the price. It is the memorial. The real price is being forged in the dark, in transactions they never wanted you to see. There are 3 levels to this game now. Let's do the math together. Tier 3 is the zombie price, the number you see on the New York Stock Exchange. Netflix, they say, is $100. Tesla, $150. This is the price for fools. It is the lowest, a manufactured illusion to prevent a panic. Tier 2 is the street price, the physical price. This is the price a retail trader gets when they hit the sell button in desperation. It is not $100. It is $85, and your order takes minutes to fill, slipping further with every second. A 15% spread, vaporized into the ether. But Tier 1. Tier 1 is where the truth lives. This is the dark pool price, the black market price. This is where billion-dollar funds are unloading blocks of shares in total silence. And in those transactions, Netflix is not $85. It is trading for $60 a share, if they can find a buyer at all. A 40% discount to the zombie price. Why doesn't arbitrage work? Why can't you buy at 60 and sell at 100? Because you cannot get delivery. The liquidity is gone. The shares are locked in a death spiral. There are no buyers. The bridge is burned. Forget the price. The price is broken. Watch the volume. The volume is the tell. For the last 6 months, the average daily delivery volume on major tech derivatives was negligible. Paper shuffling, numbers on a screen. But yesterday, the demand for actual share settlement exploded. We did not see a 10% increase. We did not see a 100% increase. We saw a 26-fold increase. 26 times the normal volume, demanding to be made whole. What is this? This is a bank run, not on a bank, but on the very concept of stock. The smart money is done with the paper promises. They are forcing delivery. They are taking their chips off the table. They are running for the only exit. Why? Because they know the casino is about to be consumed by a black hole of its own making. While you were sleeping, they performed the secret bailout. You did not see it on the mainstream news. It was a quiet announcement buried deep. An emergency repo operation. Hundreds of billions of dollars injected overnight. Why? Were the banks in trouble? Yes, but not for the reasons they tell you. They are bleeding. Not because of bad loans, but because they're on the wrong side of this trade. They guaranteed the paper. They sold contracts for shares they do not have and cannot get. This liquidity injection is not a stimulus. It is a desperate transfusion to cover the gaping wound of a catastrophic failure to deliver. The whispers from my sources are chilling. Major clearinghouses are delaying settlement. They call it administrative processing time. I call it a soft default. They are buying time they do not have, with money they just printed. They are trapped. Let us move from the banks to the brokers. The vaults. The digital warehouses where your shares supposedly live. They're being emptied. The data from the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation is a horror show. 2 days ago, a net of 40 million shares were withdrawn. Yesterday, another 43 million. These are not sales. These are transfers. Large funds are pulling their direct holdings out of the system into segregated accounts. Let's look at the mathematics of exhaustion. At this velocity, the available float for trading will be gone in 20 days. Not 20 months. 20 days. What happens when a seller goes to sell and the broker's vault is empty? Force majeure. The panic has now escaped Wall Street. It is infecting the real economy. The era of just-in-time is dead. It has been replaced by just-in-case. For a decade, corporations like Apple and Microsoft used their overvalued stock as a currency to buy competitors, to pay their employees. That currency has just been declared worthless. Now what? Now they hoard the one thing that is real, US dollars. They're canceling stock buybacks. They're drawing down credit lines. They're not buying, they're not expanding. They're bracing for impact because they know that without a high stock price to fund their dreams, the factories will stop. The innovation will cease. The engine of growth has seized. And now, we come to Main Street. To you. You log into your account. You see the price is down 70%. You think it's a sale. You try to buy. Order rejected. You try to sell. Market is not accepting orders at this time. You call your local dealer, your broker. The premiums to sell are astronomical. The bid has vanished. The product, the stock you thought you owned, is unavailable for trading. You are told to wait 6 hours, then 24 hours. The dealers do not want your shares. Why would they? They know tomorrow the price will not be a number. It will be a blank screen. So here is the roadmap for the next 36 hours. Listen closely. Phase 1, the last train. The final hours of aftermarket trading tonight. This is where the last of the trapped longs will be liquidated at any price they can get. It will be a bloodbath disguised as low volume. Phase 2, the void. The weekend. The markets are closed, but the phone lines at the Federal Reserve, at the Treasury, will be burning. Backroom deals will be made. Sacrifices will be offered. They will be deciding who gets to survive. Phase 3, Armageddon. The market open. We will not see a slow decline. We will see a gap down so violent it will trigger every circuit breaker on the exchange. But we'll be too late. The defaults will have already cascaded through the system. Force majeure will be declared, not by one, but by all. I know what you are feeling. You are looking at the red candles of fear on your screen. Do not look at them with fear. Look at them with pity. Pity for those who are desperately trading a real asset, their time, their energy, their savings for digital confetti. You are on the right side of this transaction. You held on to what is real. This is not a crash. This is a reckoning, a transfer of wealth from the gamblers to the patient. The era of paper is over. The era of reality has begun. Hold the line. I will see you on the other side of the abyss.